and welcome back once again to my YouTube channel, my dear students. In today's video, we shall be discussing your Julius Caesar. Yes, we shall be discussing Act 2, Scene 1 of your Julius Caesar. Now, your Act 2, Scene 1 is pretty long, so it won't be possible for me to complete this entire scene in one video. Therefore, I have decided to divide the explanation in subsequent parts. And here is the first part of the video. But before I begin, you know what's coming up next? Yes. If you find my videos helpful and interesting, do not forget to give me a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It shall keep me motivated. All right? So, without further ado, let's get started. Act 2, Scene 1. This scene is taking place in Rome in Brutus's orchard. Okay, so it is dead of the night, and Brutus has not been able to sleep. He's been taking round in his orchard. He is in a troubled state of mind. Let's see. What Lucius ho? I cannot by the progress of the stars give guess how near today. What Lucius ho? Where are you, Lucius? Lucius is the servant of Brutus. I cannot by the progress of the stars. I am unable to understand by the position of the stars. How near today? How long is it to daybreak? In those days, they did not have watch to find out the time. They would, look at the position of the stars in the sky to find out what time of the day it was. Okay, and Brutus is unable to do that because the sky has been extremely cloudy that night. All right, Lucius, I say. So he's going on calling Lucius, and Lucius is not answering. Lucius, I say, I would it were my fault to sleep so soundly. So you see here, Brutus is envious, he's jealous of Lucius's ability to sleep soundly. He's going on calling Lucius, but Lucius is not answering. He's for sound asleep. Why? Because Brutus has lost his peace of mind and he's unable to sleep. He's constantly worried by the fact that he's going to murder Caesar. However, Lucius does not have all these thoughts troubling him, so he's enjoying his sleep. When, Lucius, when are you coming? Awake, I say. What, Lucius, get up. I've been calling you for so long. And at this point of time, finally enters Lucius. Called you, my lord? Did you call me? Get me a taper in my study, Lucius. When it is lighted, come and call me here. Taper is a candle. So Brutus instructs Lucius, you go to the study room and you light up a candle there. Once it is done, you come and inform me. I will, my lord. And Brutus, this is a soliloquy of Brutus. What is a soliloquy, my dear children? Soliloquy is a speech where the speaker is talking to himself, but it is not spoken out loudly. All the thoughts and emotions are going on in his mind. And this enables us to understand the psyche, the mental condition of the speaker. All right. So Brutus says, it must be by his death. And for my part, I know no personal cause to spurn at him, but for the general. So Brutus says it must be by his death. It has to be. Caesar must die. And for my part, and he is agreeing, he's confessing, I know no personal cause to spurn at him. I have no personal grievances against him, but for the general. But it is for the general welfare of Rome that Caesar needs to die. So we see here Brutus is a great patriot. He has immense love for his motherland. Okay, and that is why he's not hesitating at all to sacrifice his own friendship for the general cause of Rome, for the benefit of Rome. So this leaves open with a question: isn't the political always personal? We'll come to the answer soon with the progress of the scene. Let's see. He would be crowned, so Brutus knows that Caesar is going to be crowned. How that might change his nature, there is the question. And how is this crowning? Once Caesar becomes the king, how is it going to change? That is what needs to be seen. It is the brightest day that brings forth the adder, and that craves weary walking. So he is using a metaphor in his speech. What is this metaphor? He is comparing Caesar with an adder. An adder is a poisonous snake. So Brutus says, when, you know, the day is at its brightest, warm and sunny, the adder, the poisonous snake comes out of its hole to get the sun bath. So, in a similar fashion, when Caesar would become the king, he would be at the pinnacle of success. He's going to become poisonous, and that is why we should be, a little wary of Caesar. Crown him that, and then I grant we put a sting in him. And with this crowning, we are going to help Caesar become the tyrant. Okay? That at his will he may do danger with the abuse of greatness is when it disjoins remorse from power. And once it is done, once Caesar becomes the king, he's going to become an absolute authority, he's going to become a dictator. And history tells us, Brutus says, abuse of greatness is when it disjoins remorse from power. Remorse is emotion, mercy. When a dictator, when a ruler does not have any mercy, okay, then it becomes a tyrant or a dictator. Okay, we've come across this. Those of you who've done your Merchant of Venice in class 8 will know how Portia of Merchant of Venice pleads before the judge to show, before the judge and Antonio to, Shylock to show just mercy to Antonio. So it is that power, a ruler who enjoys absolute power should always have some sort of emotions left within him, because once he's done away with emotions, then he turns into a tyrant or a dictator. And to speak truth of Caesar, I have not known when his affection swayed more than his reason. So Brutus admits that over the years that I have seen Caesar, I know that Caesar is governed by logic more than emotions. But it's a common proof. But then again, we've seen it. What has he seen? That lowliness is young ambition's ladder. That humility, people show humility to climb the ladder of success. Whereto the climber upward turns his face. But when he once attains the utmost round, he then unto the ladder turns back, looks into the clouds, scorning the base degrees by which he did ascend. So Brutus tells that we've often seen history bears testimony to the fact that people who wants to climb the ladder of success has been very humble at the beginning. Once he attains greater height, what does he do? He looks down upon the steps, the lower rungs of the ladder, and forgets the humility and becomes a dictator. So Caesar may, and that is why Caesar is a potent danger. Then, lest he may prevent, and that is why to prevent Caesar from becoming such a dictator, we'll have to kill him. So, this is Brutus trying to, the war is going on in his mind whether he should, sacrifice his friendship. He had been a loyal friend of Caesar, so he should sacrifice that friendship of Caesar for the general cause of Rome. And this is how he's been trying to make himself understand. He's weighing the pros and cons of the deed. Immense psychological pressure he is facing. And since the quarrel will bear no color for the thing he is, till now there has been no blemish on Caesar's character as of now. Fashion it thus, and therefore we have to look at it. This murder of Caesar has to be looked upon as what he is augmented with run to these and these extremities. And therefore, since there are no blemishes, no problems with Caesar till now, so how do I tell the people of Rome about my deed? How do I make them believe that whatever I've done it correctly? Most importantly, how do I make myself believe that no, I was not wrong in my assertion? By giving out these arguments. All right, the arguments that he had posed till now. That is, lowliness is young ambition's ladder, and people who climb the ladder of success often forget their roots. Okay, and therefore think him as a serpent's egg, and therefore we have to consider Caesar as a serpent's egg, as an egg of a snake. Which kind of snake? Not just any snake, but the poisonous snake, which hatched, which, if it is allowed to grow, would as his kind grow mischievous and kill him in the shell. So, if we are not doing anything to Caesar now at this moment, then see the egg will hatch and Caesar is going to turn out to be a tyrant. So, it's better to kill him now. At this point of time, Lucius enters. Lucius, the taper burneth in your closet, sir. The taper, the candle, I have lighted it up in your study room. And then he gives out a very, very important information. Searching the window for a flint, I found this paper, thus sealed up, and I'm sure it did not lie there when I went to bed. So Lucius tells, while I was lighting your candle and I was looking for the flint. Flint is that stone with which they, cause friction against each other to light up the fire. In those days, there were no matchboxes, no. So while I was looking for that, I found a letter, and the letter has been sealed up. And Lucius says that he's been pretty sure that when he went off to sleep, the letter was not there. And he gives him the letter. Brutus, get you to bed again, it's not day. Okay, fine, you can go off to bed. It's not yet day, so you can enjoy your sleep. Is not tomorrow, boy, the Ides of March? Isn't tomorrow, Lucius, the Ides of March, 15th of March? Remember? The soothsayer had warned Caesar of the 15th of March. Beware, Caesar, the Ides of March. Now, this Ides of March has typical pronunciation in different people, but you please pronounce it as Ides. It is not Ides, it is not Ides or anything of that sort. It is Ides of March. Lucius, I know not, sir. He says, no, I do not know because I do not have a calendar with me. Look in the calendar and bring me the word. Please find it out. Lucius, I will, sir. And then Brutus looks up at the sky once again. Remember, right in the beginning, he has told that he cannot understand the position of the stars seeing the sky because it's been extremely clouded. So he says, the exaltations whizzing in the air give so much light that I may read by them. There is so much of light in the air because there is constant meteor showers going on. It's a rough night. All right. And there's so much of light that I can read the letter with this light only. And he opens the letter. What does he see? Brutus, thou sleepest. Awake and see thyself. Shall Rome, etc., speak, strike, redress. So, what is written in the letter? Brutus, wake up because you do not know your potential. Why are you sleeping? Do please wake up and work for the general welfare of Rome. Now, who's written this letter is not told to us. But you see, at the end of Act 1, Scene 3, Scene 2, rather, Act 1, Scene 2, Cassius had, let us know that he would be throwing letters in Brutus's house in several handwritings. So it is this letter that Cassius, with the help of Casca, has thrown in Brutus's house. All right. Brutus, thou sleepest awake. Such instigations have been often dropped where I have took them up. So Brutus says, oh, this is not the first time I'm receiving such a letter. I have received such letters even before. Shall Rome, etc. Thus must I piece it out. So I need to understand, is something inherent being, reported in the letters? Shall Rome stand under one man's awe? What Rome? Sorry, what Rome? So is Rome going to be under only the rule of one man? Because history has it, Rome had never had monarchy. It is always democracy. My ancestors did from the streets of Rome the Tarquin drive when he was called a king. Now, this is an allusion to this Tarquin family. The Tarquin family was a monarchical family in Rome. Okay. And they were extremely tyrannical. What the son had done is he had gone to rape a woman called Lucrece. Lucrece was a noble woman in Rome, and Lucrece happened to be the wife of the person who had raped her. All right. So there was absolute lawlessness and chaos in entire Rome. And what happened was Junius Brutus, there was this person called Junius Brutus who was the ancestor of this Brutus, our Marcus Brutus. He had vowed that I'm going to take revenge of whatever has happened. And he did take revenge by driving the entire Turquin family out, along with the son who had committed this rape. And with the moving out of this Turquin family, monarchy was removed from Rome and, democracy was established. So Brutus is under the impression that probably because my forefathers have been so powerful, so intimidating, okay, that is why people are writing to me such letters that I should take up the cause of Rome now. Little does he know it is actually Cassius and Casca who are trying to gain political favors by making him a pawn in their scheme of things. Okay, the Turquin drive when he was called a king. Speak, strike, redress. Am I entreated to speak or strike? O Rome, I make thee promise. If the redress will follow, thou receivest thy full petitions at the hand of Brutus. So he is taking a vow that if need be, I, Marcus Brutus, will come and help you out. Rome. At this time enters Lucius. So, March is wasted 15 days. So, 15 days have passed in March. So, it is definitely the next morning is going to be the Ides of March. And then there is a knocking heard. Brutus, it's good. Go to the gate. Somebody knocks. And somebody is knocking when Lucius exits to see who's it. Since Cassius first did wet me against Caesar, I have not slept. And now he is revealing why is he in such a troubled mind. He's saying, since the first time Cassius has incited me, I have not been able to sleep. I have lost my sleep. Between the acting of a dreadful thing and the first motion, all the interim is like a phantasma or a hideous dream. Between the actual thing that can be performed, and the desire to perform, everything seems like a dream. The genius and the moral instruments, and then in council and the state of man, like to little kingdom, suffers then the nature of an insurrection. So, Brutus is giving out this comparison that it is because of such activities, such things, that man's mind is troubled beyond words, beyond any comparison. All right, at this point of time enters Lucius again. So we'll stop here today, my dear children. I'll be back with my next video very soon. This is a pretty long scene. If I continue further, you'll be thoroughly bored, but then I promise I'll be back very soon. Okay, so I hope I've been lucid enough till now in explaining you Act 2 Scene 1. If you find this video interesting and helpful, do not forget to give me a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It shall keep me motivated. Also, you could share these videos with your friends who would be, you think would be, beneficial. All right. So see you in the next video very soon. Till then, take very good care of your health and goodbye.